Hey there, and welcome to another episode of the British Accent Podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Nick. Today we're talking about something that a lot of learners tend to ignore or even avoid: small talk.
Yeah, people often think small talk is pointless or awkward. But honestly, it's one of the most powerful tools for improving your English without even realizing it.
Exactly. You might not be discussing deep topics or showing off big vocabulary, but that's kind of the point. Small talk is where real, everyday English lives.
And it happens all the time, in shops, at the bus stop, at work, online, everywhere. Those quick little exchanges are packed with useful words, natural rhythm, and real-life language.
And because the stakes feel lower, it's actually a great place to practice. You're not trying to give a speech, you're just chatting. It can take off a lot of pressure.
Plus, it helps you get used to how people really speak. The pauses, the little expressions, the way a question sounds casual instead of textbook perfect.
And the more you join those conversations, even just with a "how's your day going?" or "lovely weather today," the more natural it starts to feel.
It's also about confidence, isn't it? Small talk gives you that steady exposure without needing to prepare or rehearse. You just go with the flow.
And even if you get stuck or forget a word, it doesn't really matter. People move on quickly in small talk. It's forgiving. That's what makes it such a great training ground.
And let's be honest, most real conversations start as small talk. It's how you build comfort. It's how trust starts. It's how you warm up.
Totally. It's not just language practice, it's human connection. And when you feel more connected, you're more motivated to keep learning.
Exactly. And when you're learning English, motivation isn't just about studying hard, it's about feeling like you belong in the language. Small talk helps with that because it brings English into your everyday life.
Yeah, like when you get used to saying things like, "not bad," and "you," or "busy day." Those phrases start feeling natural. You're not translating in your head anymore, you're just speaking.
And it doesn't have to be perfect. No one expects perfect grammar in small talk. What matters more is your tone, your openness, your willingness to connect.
That's true. Even just giving a smile and saying, "nice to see you," or "how's things," gets you into that rhythm. It trains your mouth, your ears, your timing.
And those short exchanges build your speaking muscles bit by bit. It's like language fitness, small, regular representatives that build strength over time.
Yeah, and the more you do it, the more you realize how much vocabulary you actually do know. You just needed a space to use it in real time.
And small talk is that space. It doesn't demand big words. It gives you a place to play with the ones you already have.
And another thing, it teaches you to listen better. In small talk, you're picking up on tone, on little responses like "really," or "no way." You start noticing how native speakers react, not just what they say.
Right, and you learn the natural back and forth. Like when to nod, when to say "oh yeah," or when to ask a follow-up question. It's those little interaction skills that make your English feel alive.
And you know what? It doesn't even have to be in person. Even short messages online, voice notes, or replying to someone's Instagram story in English, that all counts.
Definitely. "Oh, that looks great," or "hope you had a nice day" might seem small, but it's practice. It's all real-life English, and you're doing it in a low-pressure way.
And over time, you start to feel more natural speaking in the moment, without thinking too hard. That's when your confidence really starts to grow.
Exactly. Small talk helps take English out of the classroom and into your real life, where it belongs.
And when English becomes part of your real life, it stops feeling like something you only study. It turns into something you actually use, like your phone or your favorite mug, just part of the day.
And that shift is huge. It's the difference between feeling like a student and feeling like a speaker. And honestly, you are a speaker, even if you're still learning.
Couldn't agree more. And those small exchanges, even if they are just a few seconds long, are moments where you prove that to yourself.
So next time you get the chance, whether it's with your neighbor, your co-worker, or even just someone at the shop, try it. Ask how their day's going. Make a light comment about the weather. See where it takes you.
And if it's a bit awkward or you stumble over your words, that's okay too. That's all part of it. You'll learn something each time, maybe a new phrase, or just a bit more confidence.
Bit by bit, it builds. Those little chats that seem so small can actually take your English further than you might expect.
And before you know it, you're not avoiding conversations anymore, you're starting them. You'll catch yourself saying something naturally and think, wait, did I just say that without even planning it?
That's the best feeling, isn't it? When it just flows. And honestly, it's not magic. It's just the result of all those little moments adding up.
And even better, small talk helps with more than just speaking. It improves your listening, your reaction speed, your cultural understanding, all in one go.
That's such a good point. Because sometimes, people get stuck thinking they need long conversations to improve. But really, it's the frequency that matters more than the length.
Exactly. 10 quick chats in a week will teach you more than one big conversation once a month. It's about keeping that language spark alive every day.
So, don't underestimate the power of small talk. It might seem ordinary, but it's quietly doing a lot of heavy lifting for your English.
It really is. And the cool thing is, it gets easier the more you do it. You start recognizing the same questions, the same replies, and before long, you're answering without hesitation.
And when that happens, it's such a boost. You realize you don't have to pause to think about how to say "I'm good, thanks." How about you? It just comes out.
Yeah, and the best part? Most people really appreciate small talk. It shows friendliness, effort, and makes people feel seen. So even if your grammar isn't perfect, people usually respond positively.
And that positive response keeps the momentum going. It motivates you to keep showing up, to keep saying that first word, even if it's just, "Hey, how's it going?"
And maybe that one little question turns into a longer chat. Or maybe it stays short, and that's fine too. Either way, you practiced. You made progress.
Exactly. And over time, all those micro moments build trust in yourself. You start to believe, "I can actually do this." That belief is everything.
And once you believe that, you start to let go of the pressure to be perfect. You realize that making mistakes isn't failure, it's just part of the rhythm of learning.
And honestly, that mindset shift is where real growth happens. You go from being afraid of speaking to actually enjoying it. You start looking forward to little chats instead of dreading them.
And small talk gives you that opportunity every single day. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a textbook. You just need to say hello, ask a question, or share a thought.
It's that simple. And when you start seeing these tiny moments as chances to grow, you realize you're surrounded by opportunities. On the street, in a cafe, online, even in a quick comment on a video.
It's like turning on a switch. Once you notice how useful small talk is, you start seeing potential everywhere.
And that's when English becomes not just a subject you study, but a part of who you are. A way you connect. A way you express yourself. A way you grow.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be deep or clever every time. Just a quick, "How's your morning been?" or "Nice shoes," can open a door. It's about showing up and being present in the moment.
And if it doesn't go perfectly, so what? You still used your English. You still communicated. That's more important than sounding like a dictionary.
It's also how you build comfort with spontaneity. Because in small talk, things aren't scripted. You learn to respond naturally, to adapt, and that's real communication.
Totally. I think learners sometimes wait for a perfect moment to speak. But small talk teaches you that the moment is now, even if you're tired, busy, or unsure.
Yeah, and honestly, those are often the best moments. When you're just being yourself, not overthinking it. That's where your authentic English voice starts to shine through.
Exactly. So, if you're listening and thinking your English isn't ready for conversation, start with small talk. It's not a shortcut. It's the real path forward.
So true. Small talk isn't a step you skip, it's the step that carries you forward, little by little. Every hello, every how's your day? That's growth.
Absolutely. And if you keep showing up for those small moments, you'll look back one day and realize they added up to something big. So don't wait for perfect timing. Just start where you are.
That's all from us today. Thanks so much for tuning into the British Accent Podcast.
And remember, big growth often starts with small talk. Keep it simple, stay kind to yourself, and let English be part of your everyday life.
We'll catch you next time. Take care.